Hey guys, John here from eTrailer.com. Today we're going to take a look at the Buyers Products aluminum matte black ladder rack for our 2020 F-250. The Buyers Products ladder rack has an 800-pound weight capacity, which is pretty standard. Just to give you an idea of what kind of loads we can carry, we have an 8-foot ladder that is up there right now. It hovers right above our truck cab and then comes back to the rear bumper. So normally with a short bed like this, we'd have to sit at catty corner inside the truck bed or have it leaning up on our tailgate. With this, we get it up, we get it out of the way, we're not adding extra length to our truck bed. Plus we have complete access to our bed, we can still use it for cargo. The ladder rack is aluminum, so it's lightweight yet durable. It has a matte black finish. So the matte black finish actually is more just for style, because if it gets scratched, aluminum won't rust or corrode. So we have a nice looking ladder rack that's still tough and durable. The load stops on our ladder rack are easily adjustable left to right. Just to give you an idea, I'll show you how they operate. But we have these both on the front and the back crossbars. They come with the ladder rack, and it's great for items, especially like our ladder, where it's wider at the bottom and then smaller at the top. So just twist this knob to loosen it. And it easily slides back and forth across our crossbar so we can accommodate different loads that we're going to be carrying. The ladder rack comes with standard mounting hardware. It's actually a pretty easy installation, so let's go take a look at that now. To begin our installation, I recommend getting all the stuff out of the box, lay it all out, make sure you have everything accounted for, but also organize it so that's a little easier for the install. Also try to get together any tools that you need as well. First step is going to be grabbing our load stops, and we'll use the side that has 3 holes. The 2 larger holes are going to line up with our load stop brackets on our crossbar. Install the bolts and the lock washers. And this uses, you'll grab a 1/2-inch socket, a wrench, and just tighten those down. You can go ahead and fully install these because this hardware isn't dependent on anything else. So get those tightened down. And then we will repeat the same process for the other side. So now we have our load stops installed. It is time to install our leg brackets. Now, when we do this, we need to make sure that the flat part, the long flat part, is going to be facing the middle of our truck bed. So we already have the front bar installed, so those is going to be facing backwards. The rear crossbar we're installing now, the flat part is going to be facing towards the front of the vehicle. So let's line up this top bracket with the hardware that is already installed on the crossbar. We're going to loosely install our washer, our lock washer, and then our lock nut. So let's barely get it started. We'll get the second one done, and then we'll repeat the same process for the other leg. With our hardware loosely installed, we will place our crossbar system and our legs into place. Just kind of spread it out. And now we're ready to loosely install the hardware for our base. So take this J bracket, take the cap off, and then insert the bolt up through. The flat part is going to secure on the underside of our bed rail system. Twist the washer, lock washer, and then one of our nuts that does not have the, it's not a lock nut, it's just a regular nut. Place the second bolt and our hardware. And again, we're loosely installing this because we're going to be moving or making sure that our bases are at the same location on either side of our bed. Now with our hardware in place, we're going to measure to make sure that our bases are at the same location. I'm going to use the rear stake pocket. I like to use points on the truck that I know are going to be easy. So I'm going to measure from the edge of the rear stake pocket, and we'll set the rear base. I'm going to move it out to 5 inches here. And then we will tighten down this hardware and move to the other side and make sure it's 5 inches from the rear stake pocket as well. So we're using the 5 inches from the rear stake pocket to the base. You can install it however you want to. There isn't a exact measurement for that. That's just what we're using. We're also kind of limited because we have a drop-in bed liner, and so that kind of limits where we're able to mount this hardware. So that's something else you just kind of need to take into consideration when you're installing it. Now we need to measure to make sure that our crossbar is centered. So I measure from the end of our crossbar to the bracket here. So right now it's about 5 inches. A few things to note: there's a gap here, so we need to make sure that our leg is straight up, so that's going to affect our measurements. And so it's just kind of going back and forth and measuring, making sure everything's centered as we tighten down our hardware. Now that we've got all our hardware tightened down, that's going to complete our install. We're ready to load up some stuff and head down the road. And that's going to do it for a look at the Buyers Products aluminum ladder rack on our 2020 Ford F-250. Thanks for watching.